Hey guys, welcome to Meditative Mondays. Go ahead and take a comfortable seat wherever you are. Shake it out a little bit, maybe roll your shoulders up, back, and around. Lengthen your spine, reaching the crown of your head towards the ceiling, but tucking your chin slightly. One long line of energy from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And take a minute to just settle here, to notice your natural breath, to notice where tension is sitting within you. Maybe relax your face, your jaw, all the way down your shoulders and your chest, your abdomen, your pelvis, your thighs, your feet. Feel the tension draining out of you and into the ground that you're sitting on. Feel your face soften. Feel your entire body soften. We have a theme this week, and it's flipping the script. And really all that means is taking the opportunity to see how you perceive situations as positive, neutral, or negative, and giving yourself the chance to flip the script if you are tending to see things in a negative light. Each time we do this, we are building up networks of communication in our brain, and it helps us to more easily perceive situations like this in the future. That's probably why some people you meet, you think of them as negative people. And other times you meet someone and you're like, wow, they're so positive, they're so happy and upbeat, even in somewhat crappy situations. And they're probably not faking it. It's truly how they perceive things. If you wanted to learn more about the neuroscience of all that, you can read the book Buddha's Brain, which really does a good job of explaining it in detail. And I would do that here, but I don't want to take up an hour of your time this morning. I just want to introduce this concept that you can take with you throughout the week so that you can learn to flip the script and shift your perspective into the neutral or positive ground, instead of falling back on what might be your normal negative perception. So how do we do this? I mean, really it's as simple as seeing your situation, noticing yourself when you think something is negative. For instance, there's traffic ahead and your first reaction is to say, traffic, I hate traffic. And that's normal. Most people hate traffic. But if we're not in a rush, or if we're not running out of gas, or our car's not breaking down, why do we hate the traffic so much? What is it slowing us down from? You sitting in your car is your life. So at that moment, you can choose to be bummed out about it. Or you could flip it into a positive. You could take it as an opportunity to maybe play your favorite song or daydream for a few minutes. Or simply be grateful that you are not in the accident that caused the traffic. By rephrasing our experiences and our emotions, we're actually rewiring our brains. We're making it easier for them to jump to these neutral or positive conclusions in the future. And flipping the script can be a little absurd at times. you might need to lie to yourself and fabricate a new truth. But it's just a mental exercise. We're not trying to gloss over the negative things in life. We're just trying to rewire our brain and shift it towards the more positive side of things. The book Buddha's Brain initially gave me this phrase, flipping the script, for this process of turning a negative situation into a more positive one. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized I actually learned this about 5 years ago when I lived in Thailand. It's known as the land of smiles, and everyone is truly smiling there most of the time. It's absurd. And while I was there in 2011, they were going through this huge 100-year flood. Bangkok was under 6 feet of water. The country was being just wrecked. And a lot of people were losing their homes and their businesses were just going under. It was pretty bad. And yet everyone you talked to about it was giggling while they were explaining their situation. And they were saying things like, oh, well, now I don't have to mop the floors or clean the house because I have no house, or something just so absurd like this. And at first I thought they were all just faking it and being super phony. But the more I came to talk to Thai people, the more I realized this is just their thought process, and this is how they deal. It's just how their brains work. It's how they were raised to look on the bright side of things and not play this role of a victim. And I don't think I put all of that together until I was there last year in March, and I ran into a box jellyfish and I got a pretty brutal sting. And I definitely felt bad for myself and played the role of the victim for a few hours and complained about my hatred for the sea and for water, which I wasn't too keen on before the whole jellyfish incident, but at that moment I was really not happy about this beautiful blue water that surrounded the tiny island I was on. But after I drank a few drinks and went out to the bars with my friends and my extremely swollen leg that everyone was pointing at and talking about, I realized I was just looking at the whole situation incorrectly, because each Thai person that asked me what happened to my leg, why is it so swollen, what are those burn marks, and I would put on this sad face and tell them, oh, a jellyfish stung me. Each and every Thai person in all different situations all around this island came back with some positive rewrite of the script that I had already given them. Oh, nature's tattoo, how beautiful. Or hugged by a jellyfish. Or wow, you were kissed by the sea. Or oh my, jellyfish must love you. All of them coming back with some funny, beautiful, positive way to explain what I had thought was the most serious trauma of my life up until that point. Kissed by the sea, nature's tattoo. After another day, I was saying those same phrases when people asked me what happened. Oh, I was hugged by a box jellyfish. It was a really warm embrace. Notice the burns on my leg. Yeah, so with each rework, each rewrite of this script, I began to look at this experience in a positive light. And it wasn't until I got home and did some research about the seriousness of this particular jellyfish sting that I realized I am incredibly lucky. I'm so lucky just to be alive and to be complaining about being stung by a jellyfish that I wouldn't dare complain about it today. It is my tattoo. I was hugged by a jellyfish. The sea does love me. And so when I think that I am just being crapped on by the world or by the situation, or I did something stupid and I'm beating myself up about it, I just try and think like Thai people would and flip the script, rework it, rewrite it, even if it means fibbing to yourself for a moment. Because the more often that you do this, the stronger these neural networks become, and the easier it will be for your brain to just write the script in a positive light in the future. And it won't be a lie anymore. Because we are just so lucky to be sitting here, to be breathing, to be listening. We're so lucky. So everything that we can find to complain about, we can also find a way to be grateful and thankful for it, because it means that we are here now. So as you go about your day today and the rest of this week, and you find yourself getting upset about trivial things, or even huge things in your life that have a large impact on your happiness, force yourself to flip the script